As we approach the end of Black History Month, we recognize a familiar face of Shreveport who's achieved countless accomplishments and awards. Dr. Ollie Tyler spent nearly 50 years in public service and continues that work till this day. But many may not know what it took for her to get there. Tonight we focus on her childhood and who she credits for making her dreams a reality. She was nominated by someone she mentors to be today's hero.
Today's hero, brought to you by Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys.
Dr. Ollie Tyler is first in many of her accomplishments throughout her storied life and career. The first Black woman to serve as Shreveport mayor and superintendent of Caddo Parish Schools and state superintendent of Louisiana. Her accomplishments come out of a difficult childhood, born and raised in the Blanchard area, growing up poor on a farm.
My mom worked in the fields, and so from when I was 9 years old up, I had to work in the fields also. I recall having to do that 10 hours a day in the hot sun, and then we were allowed to go to school after the crops were in. When I started high school, I worked after school and on Saturdays, cleaning houses and ironing and doing things like that to earn my lunch money.
She's used to sacrifice to achieve her dreams.
You know, I can remember when I first went to college, because we were so poor. I went to college on a National Merit Scholarship. I couldn't go to a lot of parties like other people did. I had to study to keep my scholarship. And even in high school, when a lot of young people were going to the movies and doing things, I had to go home because my mom was in the fields and I had to prepare the dinner. By the time, sometimes when I finished with dinner, it was time for me to study. And I would be sitting by a little lamp because we didn't have electricity when I was in elementary school. And I would sit there and do my algebra and my geometry.
Her mother, Ida, was her inspiration to become a teacher. Starting as a math teacher, her career in education took her to the highest position in the state, along with travels across the nation for various conferences.
Those are the kinds of things that I never dreamed I would be able to do when I was a little girl. My lifelong goal when I was 9 or 10 years old was to be that teacher that my mother wanted me to be. My mother was not allowed to go to school, so she couldn't read or write, but she wanted that for us. But before my mother passed away, God had allowed me to become the superintendent of Caddo Parish school system. It was a very proud moment for her.
In her years after being mayor, she continues to mentor young people and shares a message of hope through adversity.
You work at that goal and at that dream, but you have to be willing to make the sacrifices. You have to be willing to discipline yourself. You must be willing to serve, not for yourself, but for other people. 47 years in public service has been a joy. I thank God that I was able to serve.
Dr. Ollie Tyler is today's hero.
And she was truly a joy to speak with and very inspirational. Well, she credits also her accomplishments in overcoming adversity to her relationship with God. If you have a local hero you would like to nominate, just let us know.